look down to see how to spell reptilian. Dude, I'm telling you what, man. When you get like RH, your brain after a minute just stops working. 100%. It's like words you do and shit, you gotta pause and you're like, wait.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Hey everybody, this is Brian.
Jason.
And this is the Perfectly Screwed
Podcast.
That's right. Hey,
Brian.
what's happening? I'm leaving tomorrow. I told you this just now. For everybody in podcast world, Brian's going on vacation.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So, I'll be gone for about 6 days to Old Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. I shall enjoy myself highly.
It should be a good time.
Yes, it should be. Private cabin out in the woods, buddy. A little hot tub action, you know. All I need is some Cristal.
Yeah, living life. I mean, that's...
You know, I'm gonna truthfully say, I've been liking old Trump lately. I've been getting on my nerves lately.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been doing nothing wrong, really, ever since the tariffs. I heard, I was reading a story. Let me see if I got it geared up here real quick. But I was reading a story. Yeah, here it is. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so I guess Trump allowed the son of notorious cartel leader El Chapo, Guzman, to enter the United States as part of a likely cooperation agreement with the U.S. He's negotiating an offer with the Department of Justice, his son is, to get his family relocated in the U.S. They're going to allow this dude to go to the U.S. Supposedly, for information on his father and on the cartel, supposedly. But who knows what we're really yet. It's humorous. I mean, I don't mind it. Do what you do. But I just think it's humorous. He's deporting all these illegals, talking about, we got to get rid of the criminal element here, guys. And then he brings a cartel leader's son over here in witness protection. Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows the ins and outs of how the world really works?
I know how the world.
I don't know.
I know exactly how the world really works. Enough money or enough power, right? And you can do whatever the fuck you want.
And and the Mexican cartel is a organization that you want to be on the right side of, if you can. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Chapo's dead, isn't he? Isn't El Chapo dead?
Is he? I don't know.
I don't know.
Dead? Is he? In prison?
I know he's something.
He's something. I
think Chapo's dead. Let me look it up. Let's see. Chapo Guzman.
But
Chapo. It's funny. We've never done an episode on Chapo.
No.
We should do an episode sometime on Chapo. That'd be fun. Mexican cartel.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
Yeah. He's 68 years old.
Yeah.
Born April 4th, 1957. He's a former drug lord and terrorist. He was a former leader within the Sinaloa cartel. Wow.
But yeah, very powerful, you know what I mean?
Oh, so, okay, he was found guilty on multiple criminal charges related to the cartel. They caught him in the United States and sentenced him to life imprisonment in Colorado.
There you go.
So, that's what happened to old Chapo.
But even though he's in prison, you
Chapo!
pretty much guess he's still calling the shots.
Well, yeah, and you're letting his son, who's of course, an upstanding guy and just trying to escape all the violence in Mexico. Of course he is, Jason. He wouldn't be carrying on his father's legacy from prison, Jason.
No.
Of course not. To suggest such a thing is not only ridiculous, but it's a complete abashment of that man's good name. Okay?
Right.
I mean, Chapos are nothing if not upstanding, honest, good American citizens.
And isn't it like trying to escape the violence in Mexico?
Really?
Yeah, that's fine, but how much of it have you created? How much of the violence that you're trying to escape from have you created?
There's no proof that his son ever murdered anybody.
Well, that's true.
And I applaud our president for bringing over a cartel leader to our side and making it much easier to get drugs into the United States. Thank you, sir.
I love it.
We appreciate you, Trump.
Thanks, Donald.
I'm glad that you got a direct line to the cartels now. They owe you a favor. It's going to be much easier to get crystal meth, cocaine, and fentanyl across the border. Thanks, Don. Way to go.
I mean, sorry for partying, you know what I mean? Sorry for partying.
Hey, don't bother me a bit. So what are we talking about today? We're not talking about Trump and his jerking off the cartel across the border there. What we're talking about is your reptilian conspiracy theory. Do you know what the reptilian conspiracy theory? You know, would you fuck a reptilian?
Well, oh, absolutely.
There's the question. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. If you saw a reptilian 100%. Chick with a tail, but tits, you know, talked, you know, a little lizard action, well, you'd bang that coochie down one time?
I would.
You know they're cold-blooded, right?
Scaly, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
I'd like to ask a biologist that if snakes... I wonder if how snakes have sex. Lizards and shit. Because I've never seen a snake with his penis out, have you? You ever seen a lizard with a heart on?
No. No, that's a good question. But,
well, while you speak, let me look that up.
Let me look it up. Like earlier you was talking about reptilians being shapeshifters.
Yeah, that's what it said is part of the theory.
Shape-shifting would mean that you can somehow make your physical form shift shape into a different form, right?
Well, yeah, supposedly from lizard to...
what if they're not shape-shifting, these reptilians aren't shape-shifting, but what if they're able to control our brain, our consciousness, to the point where it makes us see them differently than what they really are. You know what I mean? So they're not actually shape-shifting. They're shifting our consciousness into seeing what they want us to see. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the reptilian conspiracy theory. There are supposed reptilian humanoids which play a prominent role in fantasy, science fiction, ufology, and conspiracy theories. The idea of reptilians was popularized by David Icke, a conspiracy theorist who claims shape-shifting reptilian aliens control Earth by taking on human form, gaining political power to manipulate human societies. Some conspiracy theorists espousing the extraterrestrial hypothesis claim they either come from the Draco constellation or the Orion constellation, or are allies with nefarious extraterrestrials from the Orion constellation. Others claim they are interdimensional, you know what I mean, coming from another universe or dimension.
See, other people are saying... Now, see, look, a professor of political science, Michael Bracken, from Syracuse University said that actually he believes that the conspiracy started from the works of Robert E. Howard in 1929 in his story Conan the Barbarian. Because they talked of lizard people then.
Right. Well, so is it ironic? Is it coincidence that the story in the Bible of us eating from the tree of knowledge came from a snake?
Yes. And not only did we come from a snake from the tree of knowledge, but it says repeatedly that they came from the sky. Maybe it wasn't so much a snake as a reptilian person talking to them. Because in 1967, Herbert Schirmer,
Yeah.
he, under hypnosis, recalled being taken in a UFO in 1967. And he was taken by slightly reptilian appearanced humanoid beings who wore a winged serpent on the left side of their chest. Now, this is my thing. See, okay, let's say, for instance, that Christians are wrong. That we didn't come from God, Jason.
Right.
That we weren't made in His image. Let's say, for instance, that all the science that they've done over the years proving evolution could be kind of right. Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe. So say we did evolve from a humanoid species of mammal, or was made, or whatever you want to say. But say on another planet, they evolved from the reptilian species like dinosaurs. Because if you think about it, if dinosaurs had stayed alive
Right.
on this planet, what would they have eventually became?
True.
They would have eventually become what we are, but in a reptilian form.
Very true. Well, and what if, all we really know about dinosaurs is when they went extinct. You know what I mean? How long were they here? And what did they form into? You know what I mean? It's very possible that what we're talking about is a species that evolved on Earth. And as reptilians, and if that was true, say they evolved with the dinosaurs, a species evolved, an intelligent species, just as intelligent as us, well, they're going to know that something's fucking about to hit the Earth to cause mass devastation. Where are they going to go?
Yeah.
They're going to go under fucking ground.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Some of them, maybe, would go off planet.
Yeah, it's very possible some of them did go off planet.
Sure. So, you can call them aliens, interdimensional, call them whatever you want. Like, it's also very possible that
they're actually the actual
humans.
humans.
The first human.
Yeah, the first species that was on this planet.
And then, like you said, things always change, and all of a sudden, after that extinction event, over millions of years, intelligent species of mammal, right, starts forming.
Mm-hmm.
And this intelligent species of reptilian sees it, and just like in the Bible says, they impart us with the knowledge. So now, maybe not just impart us with the knowledge, it's very possible they could be mixing genes, right?
Correct.
To try to create us.
Mm-hmm.
We could have reptilian fucking genes in us.
Well, you heard a few years ago, scientists were studying raptor cranial cavities and stuff, and they've done research on raptor habits. And they've seen where raptors built traps for T-Rexes and have caused them to fall into it, and woolly mammoths and different things.
Oh, wow.
So they believe that velociraptors were actually more intelligent than humans. So if you take, again, you take a velociraptor, and back then they were starting to become intelligent. You move that animal forward, and as you see, velociraptors were smaller. They could hide better than the larger dinosaurs. They could run and navigate the terrain better because they were smaller. They stood upright. They had longer arms. They were already evolving into what would be the next logical step of reptilian creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you take a velociraptor and say, extend that. Couple 100,000 years, and what you got? You've got us, but in a human or in a reptilian form, and it's very possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, fuck yeah, it is.
Now, what were you saying about David Icke? He says they're aliens from Alpha Draconis star.
Yeah.
And they're hiding in underground bases, and it's a worldwide conspiracy against humanity. And he wrote this in '99.
Yep.
So he said, David Icke said that most of the world's ancient and even modern leaders are related to these reptiles, including the Merovingian dynasty. So the Rothschilds, he thinks the Bush family is reptilian.
British royalty.
Come on now, guy. Okay, I was with him till Bush. Because British royalty, they do kind of seem reptilian.
But the thing is, dude, like, if they're all coming from the same bloodline, all the presidents of the United States come from the same bloodline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I mean, it is very possible. And it would make sense that all these, like, anybody with any common sense can see the fucking world is being run by a select few people.
Oh, well, yeah. There's a whole group of people running the world. But do I think they're necessarily reptilian? No, I just think they're corrupt actual human beings. Now, do I believe it's possible that there could be reptiles in disguise around us? Yes. Is it very possible that reptiles on a different planet could have became the dominant life form on that planet, where mammals became the dominant life form here? Of course it is, because really we were only one step from reptiles becoming the dominant life form on this planet.
Right.
If it had been no comet, mammals would have never got past the stage of being eaten by dinosaurs. You know what I'm saying? The eventuality of it would have been reptilian, humanoids. So is it possible on a different planet that happened? Of course it is. Do I think that they're here visiting us necessarily and in disguise in the bushes? I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the Bush administration and family is a bunch of reptiles. If anybody was a reptile, I'd say Elon Musk.
Right.
Now, yeah, if you told me Elon might be a reptile person, I'd be like,
yeah,
probably. Yeah. I have no problem believing that Elon's from another planet. There's something wrong with him. The fact of what he tried to name his daughter alone tells you that he ain't right. You know who he reminds me of? Elon Musk. Data. Off of Star Trek. Next Generation, the android.
Yeah.
Yeah, Data.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's... Yeah, I think it's...
Oh, look, archaeology.
100%. Absolutely 100% possible.
So, wait, they found figures dating back to 4,500 to 5,500 BC that depict reptilian ancestors that ruled over these people back then, huh?
They're human bodies with reptilian faces.
Reptilian faces, and they were the supposed overlords of these people, like gods. Well, maybe they...
Yeah.
Now it's also possible, look, it said in the Sumerian tablets, didn't it say that there were different breeds of like Anunnaki or aliens that came here? Like it wasn't just the Anunnaki, there was other ones.
Right.
And they each had a tribe. Maybe one of them was reptilian.
Sure.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, if you look at Egypt, you see what I'm saying? They were more like dog, cat, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I wonder if there was like a reptilian god that ruled over this place. Maybe they did come from that planet.
Or maybe the reptilians were here and these other fucking aliens came in. You know what I'm saying?
Now, see, that's possible
These
too.
other aliens came in and they're like, yeah, we're... You know what I mean? With all their technology and all their weapons, and they're like, this is our fucking planet and we're taking it over. Now, you guys can either be on board with that or not.
Well, see,
and the reptilians have said, no, we're fucking not. And they said, fine, we're going to create our own fucking being. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For the surface. You guys can go fucking underground, do whatever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we're giving dominion over the humans. Or we're going to give them dominion over the fucking planet. And then it would make sense then that these reptilians are like, alright, fuck you guys then, you know what I mean?
Well, see, it makes sense anyways that if there was a reptilian cold-blooded race on the planet during the Ice Age, they would have had to go underground or they would have all died out.
Very true. Very true.
Because all the other reptiles went to the warmest possible place and stayed there. That's why even to this day, if you think about it, your largest variety of reptiles are in Caribbean parts of the world or in southern parts of the United States and other southern parts of the world. You don't find too many reptiles in good old Mother England.
Right.
You don't see rattlesnakes rolling through London because they would die.
Reptiles would survive the flood too.
Right, reptiles would survive a flood. But the thing is, reptiles would have to go underground during an ice age or they'd die.
Yep. And
so that would make sense if there was a reptile humanoid race on this planet, like you said. Is it possible they evolved from the dinosaurs? Maybe the dinosaurs never went extinct like what we think they did. Maybe the comet destroyed part of the Earth, but the intelligent reptiles, dinosaur type people, got away.
Right. Absolutely.
Now, if they got away and then all of a sudden an ice age came around, like you said, where would they go? They would have to go under the ground.
Right.
And they would live in caves under the ground, living off whatever they had to until the ice age was over.
And there's also, because there's also like cultures and races of people that have stories of their origins coming from under the ground, coming from up under the ground. So like, yeah, so you got people with their stories are we came from above, but there's also people whose stories say we came from below.
Yeah.
So, and to me it also, like there could, Earth is huge. It's a fucking humongous fucking rock. It's huge. And there could absolutely be shit going on underneath us that we have fucking no clue of. None.
Well, think about this. At least 94 to 92% of the Earth has not been actually seen or observed.
Right.
Because we have, there's so much water on this planet, and what you don't realize is not only is there huge amounts of oceans, okay, there's so much ocean that there is no way you could ever explore every facet of the ocean. Secondly, you can only go so deep because at a certain point, pressure in the ocean will crush your ass.
Yeah, of course.
So there are parts of this world that we will never see.
Right.
Unless we invent some kind of technology that can hold out huge amounts of pressure.
Right. And then just think of it like just the land. Like, I mean, think about how deep you can dig. You know what I mean?
Again, yeah. And that's the other thing. I mean, you know, people are like, well, if these beings existed, why haven't we found them? Or if this exists, why haven't we found it? If this exists, why haven't we found it? Well, first of all, Guy, this is a large amount of area that we're talking about.
Right.
Just land alone.
Right.
And then you're talking about a very, very slow process to find these things. You can't just go in there with a shovel, start digging hilly-nilly, because you'll destroy shit that's important.
Not only that, if they're intelligent and they don't want to be found. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
even if you are looking for them, say you're looking for this specific thing, you would be looking for a needle in the biggest haystack in the universe. Because you're looking for one bone, one city, one figurine from possibly 10 to 20,000 years ago, buried under where? Who knows?
Yeah.
And buried under probably miles and miles and miles and miles of dirt or sand or rock or whatever. To find this, the only way you find structures like this is by luck. Because there's so much that has been buried. Look at Göbekli Tepe. They just found not too long ago over in Turkey.
Yeah.
All these years, people have been walking over top this city not knowing it's there. The wind blows a little bit.
Right,
this guy trips and goes, what is this? And then they find a whole city under there.
But like you said, there's so many.
Well, just 2 years ago, they confirmed
parts of the planet, just remote, that we'll never ever go see.
You ain't even got to worry about remote. We haven't even found the shit that's right in front of us.
Right, yeah.
Look, what was it? 2 years ago, they finally found the hidden tunnels under the Giza Strip.
Right.
Under the whole plateau complex. They realized they're all connected. Not only that, but they found out there's a tunnel that goes from the Great Pyramid all the way through the desert to the Iraqi Pyramid in Iraq.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100,000 mile trip in a tunnel under the sand that they didn't know was there, and people have been walking on it since the BC.
There's people that'll tell that reports out there and conspiracy theories out there that there's tunnels under the ground here in the United States.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
That you can go from fucking Nevada to Ohio on a fucking train. You can get to Nevada and Ohio in a matter of minutes. You know what I mean? On a magnetized train that runs underneath the ground.
Do you think any of that would surprise me?
Connecting all like the Air Force and military bases.
Well, I used to date a girl, and I'm not going to reveal her name or the name of her stepfather, but he worked at a military base. A very simple, small military base in New Mexico. It was called Los Alamos. But it's just a little tiny town in New Mexico. Unless you get in the mountain. Because he worked in the actual base under the fucking mountain.
Yeah, of course.
He said, I've seen things that I can never, ever reveal to anybody or I would be killed.
Right.
He said, I know things that no one will ever, ever, ever know, he said, or I would be killed. He said, but I will tell you this. He said, there are more nuclear weapons under that mountain and desert in New Mexico, he said, than you could imagine in your mind. He said, literally, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of fully functional nukes
Mm.
ready to be launched at one moment's notice.
Right.
He said there's enough nuclear weapons in that one base, he said, to take out the whole entire fucking planet.
It's crazy, man.
I said, goddamn!
That's scary.
No, yeah, that's scary, because all it takes is one psychopath.
Yeah.
One lunatic. One press of a button. And that's the end of that's the end of life on this planet for the next 100 years.
Yeah. Unless you're underground.
Yeah, unless you're underground.
Just saying.
Yeah. Now, underground, you'd be okay. Yeah. You'd have to go deep. But, I mean, you could live underground.
Yep. So, yeah.
And you know what? That's what I've said. There are a lot of possibilities, but none of them are good. Like, Fallout, that game, is not necessarily a fictional story. It could very much a possibility of the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, very easily.
At any time.
Yeah, at any time. One push, it's over. Bye-bye. Well, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode on the reptilian creatures, and we will see you next time.
Later.